Have you ever felt a poem's heartbeat? Even when you read it silently, there's a secret music playing just beneath the surface. Poets are like composers, but instead of notes, they use words as their instruments. Let's look inside their toolkit. First, poets create echoes. They use alliteration, repeating the first consonant sound in words, like slippery snakes slithered. This makes lines feel connected and musical. Then there's assonance, the repetition of vowel sounds, like in "the light of the fire is a sight." It creates a smooth internal harmony. And consonance repeats consonant sounds at the end of words. Think of the quick, sharp rhythm of pitter-patter. Next up, sound effects. Onomatopoeia is when a word sounds just like what it means. Buzz, sizzle, crash. It's the most direct way to put a sound into the reader's head. But it's not just for loud noises. A quiet murmur or the rustle of leaves can create a gentle, specific atmosphere, pulling you deeper into the scene. But what about the overall beat? That's rhythm. A fast, bouncy rhythm can feel joyful or urgent, while a slow, heavy one can feel serious or sad. This beat is often structured by a rhyme scheme, a predictable pattern like AABB that makes a poem feel complete and satisfying, like a catchy chorus in a song. Finally, poets play with silence and speed. A caesura is a hard stop in the middle of a line, a dramatic pause that makes you think. In contrast, enjambment is when a sentence spills over from one line to the next without stopping. It pulls you forward, creating a feeling of momentum or breathlessness. All these tools, from the echo of a single sound to a sudden, deliberate pause, are how a poet controls the music of language. They are how a poet makes their writing truly sing.